Hey guys, it is a beautiful sunny day. Let's take a little bit of time and continue getting my 2015 Silverado back together enough that it'll pass the government safety check. Thanks for watching. The task at hand today is open and close the driver's window. Over here on the door, nothing happens. Passenger window works and so do the back windows, but the driver's window here doesn't work. Doing a little bit of research online, I've found that we could have one of a couple of problems. I've read about issues with the wires just being a little short here, where they run into the body of the truck, and that can cause, just basically pull a wire off. Or these things basically use, I don't know if anybody's ever had a remote control for a television apart, where you got a kind of a rubber membrane that's got a little hump and you push the button. There's a carbon puck underneath that makes a contact. That's basically what we've got here. And those little pucks can get dirt on them, and then they stop working. Let me put you on a stand. We'll take this thing apart and we'll see if we can maybe get this switch assembly out and give it a bath. Hopefully that's all it takes to get this working. To get this apart, it's just a matter of giving it a little tug. And we've got some metal clips here. These two stayed in the door, so we're going to have to extract those and put them back on this part. And we've got a couple of 7mm head self-tappers we've got to take out of here. Try not to drop the screws down into the belly of the door. And now we've got some plugs that need to come out. I am going to guess that we've got membranes that are bad here, and we're probably using the same kind of soft touch buttons for the power door locks and the mirror control. And if the driver's door is dirty, then I'm guessing that the rest of these are probably dirty as well. So let's unplug this whole panel and we'll take it down in the basement, set it on the workbench, and see if we can get it apart and give it a quick cleaning. To get these out, we've got two that are going to be fairly straightforward, I think. That just unplugs. That one unplugs. This one though has a lock tab on it. So we gotta get that lock tab out of there. And a mini screwdriver for that one. Get the tab up, then the lock can push in, and the whole thing comes out. There we are, free from the truck. Let's go down to the basement and take things apart. We're down here on the upholstery bench. Hopefully these shadows aren't getting you guys too bad. Shove some screwdrivers in beside. And that is our switch module. Fairly straightforward. I haven't priced one out. I don't imagine they're too terribly expensive. Of course, we got screws and we got clips. And here's this membrane that I mentioned. Kind of along the lines of like a remote control. You got these soft touch buttons. The little black tabs here drop back in beside the rockers. I'm a little shocked that we don't see a half a pot of coffee poured down over top of this or something like that. Definitely the upholstery had its fair share of spilt coffee. Membrane pulls off here. We've got our lights come up through the center. You can see that the gold colored contacts are what the little pucks rest against. And while I have never had one of these apart before, I have done my fair share of remote controls over the years, and I've always found that isopropyl and a cotton swab work very well for cleaning the grunge off of here. And I don't know whether the camera is going to pick it up or not, but there's kind of black circle on the contacts here. That's probably what's causing our issues. The worst ones are on the driver's windows, and the passenger front windows are not in the greatest shape either. Isopropyl wet on the cotton swab, and we just give it a good kind of scrub here. And get them all. Oh, we got it apart. That basically has the metal contacts all cleaned up. Now let's give this a look over. I'm not seeing anything too terrible on there. Oh, that looks like it might have a little bit of stuff on it. And that's the driver's window on there. I'm going to grab my magnifying headset so that I can get a really good look at that and make sure we've got everything cleaned up. The rest of the contacts don't look bad, but definitely there's a pattern on there. Well, I don't see anything that looks like oil or residue on there anymore, but I still see a little bit of the wear pattern. Let me get the rest of these pads before we put this back together. Looks pretty good. The trick here is we've got some alignment pins and some notches, so make sure that those all line up. And everything clicks back together. And we can take our damp cotton swab and just kind of give everything a quick wipe down, get the dust off of it. So we pop these other two out. We'll see if we can get them apart and do the same treatment on those as well. Plug everything back in here. We'll give it a try. And re-engage the lock tab on the power door lock. Well, it was worth a try. That window does not work. Well, it seems to me, guys, that we're going to have some wiring issues that we're going to have to sort out here. Wiring comes out of the power door lock into this harness, which goes into this big plug, which eventually comes out here and goes into this plug that goes into the body of the truck. And I suspect that we've got a pulled wire somewhere in that bundle. Let me do a little bit of research, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm in a position where we can try and make some progress. Cut this electrical tape, or whatever the heck it is here that's sealing everything up. And we'll see if we can get this grommet thing to slide back, and if we can, maybe we can get a good look at it. Oh boy. Well, that would be probably our main power lead going to the window motor. Nice heavy wires, and both the main power. And the ground doesn't look too healthy either. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the insulation's all cracked. What else have we got here that doesn't look real great? That wire doesn't look wonderful. Don't really see anything too terribly wrong, other than this wire and this wire. And I think what we're going to do is splice in another piece there with some crimp-on or some uninsulated butt splices and some heat shrink. Be nice if we can get back far enough that we're inside the door and don't have to have connections in where stuff is spinning. This sits like here, and of course this is getting flexed every time the door opens and closes. So, well, good. Well, not good, but not bad. We can fix that. It's probably a good thing that the wires completely broke before they got to the point where they were going to short out, because that's probably ground and that's probably 12 volts. And I guess they come in these two bottom large size terminals. Well, now I know what I need to do to fix it, and that shouldn't be too terribly painful. Well guys, we've got the wiring harness kind of put back together here, and there was only one wire, the red one, that was physically completely cut, but as you can see, I've found several here that had damaged insulation, and I've spliced in a little bit of a service loop and fixed any places where I found cracked or damaged insulation. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires we've had to fix here. So I guess this is a fairly common problem. I was talking to an acquaintance of mine that has he's got a 2017, same vintage GMC, and he said that about 9 months after he got the truck, the power windows quit working. Of course, at that point, it was still under warranty, and the dealership took care of it. But still, I guess this is a fairly common problem with these trucks. Let me kind of sort of the loom and everything back on this, get it all taped up, get it pretty, and we'll get it back in the truck. Well guys, we got the important parts kind of cobbled together here to do a test. I apologize ahead of time for this beeping. Window down, and window back up again. I think we'll call that progress. Let me put all of this back together, and I'll bring you back when I get things cleaned up. Well guys, it doesn't show up well because of the sun, but we're all back together again. And yeah, forgive the binging noise. We've got windows. Well, that was a little bit bigger job than I was expecting, but nonetheless, we're good. It's done. Oh, that's much better. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Greatly appreciate you taking time to watch the video. If you got this far, can you give me one of those thumb up things? Give me a like. And if you want to catch more content from Doug's Messy Garage, why don't you hit that subscribe button, maybe ring the bell icon so you get notified, and we'll catch you guys in the next mess. Thanks for watching.